Hello and welcome to another episode of the Good Boxing Podcast with your host Josh Size. I'm gonna jump right into this episode right now. Teofimo Lopez and George Kombosos finally had their press conference, and I love the fact that the Triller Fight Club is using the electric energy created by Jake Paul and Ben Askren to kind of hype this event. Triller is here to stay. And if you don't know, Triller just recently bought Fight TV, another streaming platform in the fight space. So look, Triller is looking to make a real entrance into this division of boxing. They're really trying to sit here and become a true platform, right? But this isn't about Jake Paul and Ben Askren. You guys already know about that event that's going to happen tomorrow night. This is about the event that's going to happen on June 5th on Triller. You got George Kombosos out of Australia coming to challenge the takeover Teofimo Lopez in a fight for undisputed. This is his IBF mandatory, and you guys already know the entire purse bid story where Top Rank didn't want to pay Teofimo Lopez by insulting him and saying that he should take his minimum because he's not worth it. So essentially what happened was is their fight went to purse bid and the fight had to get bid on. Top Rank came in really low at 2.4 million. And then Triller just came out of nowhere and tripled the offer. That's that with the purse bid, but now on to the fight. So if you've been following George Kombosos on social media, he's employed Sweat Boxing Gym out of Florida. He's been training with Javier Centeno. And truthfully, I actually know this guy. He's a really, really good guy. And I've spoken to him a few times. And I really do root for him. I like Xander Zayas. I like Christina Cruz that trained out of there. I love the fact that Adrian Broner, Robert Easter Jr., you name it, a bunch of people have trained out of that gym, and it's totally respectable, right? But he decided to take George Kombosos as an assignment to take on the takeover. Teofimo Lopez, look, that's my guy. I really do like him a lot. And I think a lot of people lost that in translation when I was talking about his dad being trainer of the year and that whole Jorge Rubio scandal, etc., with the other trainer. I was just commenting that I don't think he should be named trainer of the year because of that. But whatever. I stated my opinion. You don't agree with it. Respect to you. But in this case, Teofimo Lopez had heard George Kombosos constantly bloviating that he's going to knock out Teofimo Lopez. He's going to take everything that he wants. He's going to take everything from Teofimo. He doesn't know I left my family. I left my wife. I left everything behind to take your titles. And finally, this is the first time that they come face to face. Teofimo Lopez was his normal self, kind of cheery, kind of excited, and really just taking in the moment, right? And I really liked the way Teofimo started. He was laughing. They asked him a couple questions, and he was trying to be a showman and an entertainer, but at the same time, he was showing tremendous respect for George Kombosos. And I thought this press conference was going to be a little boring. Two guys saying that they respect each other, etc., etc. And then something chaotic happened. George Kombosos said something to the effect of, "Oh, I'm going to take your titles. Come this. Like, I fought champion. This guy hasn't fought anyone. Lomachenko was hurt." And then Teo just snapped. And he's like, "What do you mean you're going to take anything?" He's, "You're not going to take anything." He goes, "Oh," George Kombosos kind of rebuttals, "Hey, can you even make weight?" Then this is where all hell broke loose. Teofimo Lopez takes his shirt off and he's like, "I'll fight you right now, man. I'll make weight right now and I'll fight you." And now we're on the stage, and I love this shit, man. I know a lot of people don't like trash talk, but when it comes to the fight, at the end of the day, you are fighting somebody. You're not there to have a conversation with them. You're not there to sit here and be like, "Hey, friendly, all lovey-dovey, lovey." Look, after the fight, you guys could be friends, but when you're going into a fight, I personally think you should think it's you versus them, right? Being a coach, I don't want to be friends with the other coach. After we talk, I'll be respectful. It doesn't need to be, where I yell at you or we're going to fight or anything. But if you're talking shit to me, I'm going to talk shit right back to you. If you're talking trash online, I'm going to come in when I see you. I'm going to call a spade, and I'm going to call you out on it. And I'm finally glad that Teofimo Lopez, who quite frankly, in his training camps, looks like he's having fun. It looks like he's doing a bunch of other things other than training. I mean, he looks in great shape, but you see the dancing. You don't really see a lot of the boxing, for the exception of that video with Jorge Rubio where he's doing the mitts and hitting the bag here and there. But I know Teofimo's working. So I know he heard all the stuff. I know he heard all the things that Kombosos was saying, the trainer was saying, etc. But I'm going to sit here and say right now, Teofimo Lopez said he's going to put George Kombosos on a stretcher. He wants to hurt George Kombosos, and he feels like he's going to knock him out. He's going to knock him out senseless. And I love hearing that. I love the bravado. I love the shit talk. You know, this is what Teofimo Lopez is famous for. And then he goes in the ring and backs it up. I know if George Kombosos comes out and really tries to bring the fight to Teofimo, I don't know if George Kombosos can handle that smoke. I like the fact that he called everyone out at 135, saying, I'm going to knock all these guys on their asses, and I'm going to show you June 5th. George Kombosos basically tried saying, hey, oh, yeah, you know, I've been in with champions. And Teofimo rebutted, yeah, and you went to split decision with two of them. And I just started cracking up because I get Teofimo's position. Like, I know George Kombosos did go to people's backyard and he didn't get the decision he deserved, right? I thought he won both fights pretty clear, but Teofimo has a point. There's no question when he wins a fight who won the fight. The Lomachenko fight, if you sit here and tell me that Teofimo Lopez lost that Lomachenko fight or it was a draw, you clearly haven't watched that fight enough. Teofimo dominated that fight. I had it 9-3, even as far as 10-2, but I would be okay with 8-4 and a clear 7-5. There is no way Lomachenko won that fight when you threw 9 punches through the first 7 rounds. If you gave away 7 rounds in the beginning, you lost the fight. You needed a knockdown, and that just didn't happen. So cut that nonsense out. All right. But Teofimo Lopez looks really good. He looks big. He looks strong. He looks ready. And honestly, I like the animosity because now Triller is selling the show. Another thing that I did like about the Teofimo Lopez press conference with George Kombosos was the fact that he mentioned that Triller is a cool platform for fighters. He likes the fact that, yeah, he may not like the entertainment and some of the circus behind some of the events, but he did say that it's great to have a platform to perform on. Before, the only way artists and fighters would ever be together would be if an artist wanted to do the ring walk with a fighter and you get the little bit of time just to kind of release a song or build up some hype. Now, the fact that they're trying to have these events where there's concerts, there's rap concerts, you got entertainment in between fights, and you just have a fantastic event. So I just kind of wanted to touch on that. What do you think about the beef? Do you think it's legitimate? Do you think that Teofimo Lopez and George Kombosos are really going to bring the noise come June 5th? Are they going to go toe to toe? Is it smart of George Kombosos to think that he can actually walk Teofimo down and break him down? I personally think that's a mistake. Teofimo has a hammer right hand and some good speed. Add in some defense, and I think George Kombosos is in trouble. But I do respect the work ethic of the Centennial gym over at Sweatbox. So that's the episode for today. Let me know your thoughts. Feel free to subscribe to the channel if you like this video. Hit that like button. And if you're listening on Spotify or Apple, feel free to subscribe or leave a review. If you're on Instagram, I do release these episodes on IGTV Live. And the Instagram is @GoodBoxing Podcast. Okay? Be well. Have a good day.